Hi, this is going to be a new series on my YouTube channel. It's going to be the first real videos that I actually make and put on. And I'm going to be talking about my breast reduction journey in these videos. I have not yet gotten the surgery. I am scheduled to get it next Tuesday, which is in about 4 days. It's kind of scary that I'm getting a major surgery in 4 days and I'm not more scared or nervous. But I'm going to be talking about my personal experience. First of all, my experience might be different than your experience, because I know if you live in a different country, insurance might be different, or you might not have insurance, or you might just want to pay yourself so you can just get it done faster, which is all okay. I mean, my experience is my experience. I also want to note that I did go to several doctors about this problem, which is what your insurance company, if you want them to pay for it, or if you're trying to get them to pay for it, it's what they like to see. They like to see that you have used every resource possible. Me personally, I never went to a chiropractor or someone to fix my back problems, because I didn't think that was necessary for me, because I just really didn't think that the size of my breasts were causing that problem. And now I know that they are, and that I'm going to feel so much better after the surgery. I am 18. I just finished high school. My diploma is actually right next to me. So if I'm looking down, it's just because I'm reading my notes. So, first off, I'm 5'1". I am a size F cup, which is huge, very disproportionate, and I'm just not comfortable in showing any of my body, even to people that are really close to me. I'm not very comfortable going to the pool with a bikini on. I'm not comfortable with anything. So there are a lot of emotional reasons why I'm getting this. And I started talking to my doctor about this issue. She then recommended me to an OBGYN because I was having very severe menstrual problems. My periods were very far apart and they weren't regulated, and she thought that maybe my menstrual problems were causing some of the issues that I was having. And then my OBGYN was like, no, it's your breast size. Your breast size is causing all the symptoms, and I'll list the symptoms in a minute when I get to it. They're causing all your symptoms. So she then said, you are a good candidate for breast reduction. And I didn't think about that at the time. And I was like, oh, maybe the surgery is good for me. So that's when I started doing research on the surgery. And my mom, since I was under the age of 18 at the time, she booked an appointment with a plastic surgeon. Her name is Dr. Allison Mask. She is a very reputable plastic surgeon. She knows what she's doing. She's done many surgeries like mine before, and everyone who has had her as a surgeon loves her. First of all, she's very energetic when you meet her. She's very, how do I say this, understanding of some things that I'm going through. My mom scheduled the consultation before I was 18, and the consultation was then after I was 18. My consultation was in February, and I then was 18 years old, so I legally had to give consent for everything. I had to sign a lot of forms, but I didn't really mind it. It was just forms. At your consultation, your surgeon will look at your breasts. She will weigh them with her hands. It was really weird. First of all, it's very awkward being in a room with someone you have never ever met before and just having them touch a private area of you. And she lifted them up and she weighed them, seeing how much she could get off, because insurance companies, they do want you to have a minimum amount of weight taken off. The next little bit is going to be all about like how to get it covered by insurance. For me, I had to send pictures, and you also have to list out your reasons for wanting the surgery. I'm 5'1", I'm disproportionate, I have horrible back, neck, and like shoulder pain. My bra straps dig into my shoulders. I get really bad headaches. And my back is curved because of the weight that I have to carry. And so she wrote it all down. She sent off the pictures. And we also talked about the risks involved. But she didn't go too in-depth with the risks until my consultation. My consultation was in February, and about 7 weeks later, which they said it was going to take 4 weeks to get notified by the insurance company if they were going to pay for this or not. It ended up taking 7. I was so anxious those 3 weeks. I was like, what's going on? But they eventually got back to us, and lo and behold, my insurance deemed that my surgery was medically necessary, which was a huge relief, because a lot of insurance companies say this procedure is not medically necessary and it's only cosmetic. But it is a cosmetic surgery, and a lot of them won't pay for it. But mine did, and I'm really happy. And that happened. I got the letter in the mail in April saying that my insurance would cover my surgery, and I then booked my surgery for June 6th. And I also set up my pre-op appointment date. My pre-op was 2 weeks before my surgery, and that's usually how it goes. In some instances, it's like 5 days before your surgery, but I don't really care. I mean, I did the pre-op appointment. My pre-op appointment was in May, and what we did at that was we went over the risks again, but in more detail. I got an entire sheet listing out the risks. I might lose my nipple sensation, which I don't really care about. I might not be able to breastfeed in the future, which I do care about, but it's just hit and miss. It's just, we're gonna see. I don't know yet, because I'm only 18 and I'm not planning on having kids for a good while. Another risk is, it's very scary. It's called a hematoma, and it's like a blood clot, but it's just not a blood clot. It's like bleeding underneath the skin, and it's very scary, and it is deadly. It's fatal. But she said that only happens in 1% of surgeries, which I could still be part of that 1%, but most hematomas start building right after your surgery, and I'll be in the hospital for a good 3 hours after my surgery. And she also explained to me the benefits of the surgery again, relief of my neck, back, and shoulder pain, and I'll be able to sit in a more correct manner. Like right now I'm bending over, but this is how you should be sitting. But I sit like this because it's just, I can't deal with this weight right now. And she also said that, she also explained that I would be able to do a lot more physical exercise and physical activities after the surgery. We talked about what to do before the surgery, like pre-op stuff. I could not take any NSAIDs or NSAIDs. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's an acronym. It's non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. Basically, they are blood thinners, and it will cause me to bleed more during surgery, and you cannot take, like, Tylenol, Advil, any basic pain relief 2 weeks prior to your surgery until your surgery date. I have not taken a single medicine for anything in the last week and a half, which is very strange for me. At graduation, which was a week ago, I'm done with school. At graduation, I could not take anything, and I had a massive headache, and I was getting blurry vision because I just was dehydrated, and they didn't give us water, and it was extremely hot, and it just wasn't good. But I got my diploma, so that's all that matters. And also, about 4 days ago, I woke up and I was extremely stuffy and congested, and I was not okay. I was not feeling good at all, and I do not know if Mucinex is a blood thinner. I usually take Mucinex when I feel really bad, but I didn't want to take it because I didn't want anything to contradict my surgery. And that's everything for 2 weeks. And then it said 3 days before, you have to start showering with a special soap. And I have it right here. It took me forever to find because it's like nowhere. I eventually found it at Walgreens. It's extremely expensive, but it is 16 ounces. It's this I can't even pronounce it. It's Hibiclin soap. It's an antibacterial soap. And you have to shower with this and wash your entire body with this 3 days before your surgery, 2 days before your surgery, and a day before your surgery. And what I'm doing is I already started showering with this because it does make me feel very clean. So I showered with it last night. I'm gonna shower with it tonight. So that's 2 days before my that's 5 days before my surgery, 4 days, and then I'm gonna shower with Saturday, Sunday, and Monday night. And then I'm also gonna take a shower Tuesday morning just to make sure I'm completely clean. What this does, basically, it's really weird. It's got a bunch of facts on it. Basically, what it does, it just helps cleanse your body and reduces bacteria that can potentially cause disease. And it's just, it smells, the smell, it's not a very pleasant smell, but I only have to shower with it for a little while. And I'm also going to shower with this after my surgery, even though I can't really wash my top half for a while. I am going to bathe my shower. I am going to wash my entire body with this just so I know I'm clean and I won't get an infection. Also, I just want to use all this. It was $21. It's actually $19, but it rang up 21. This is $19. You have to get this and shower with it 3 days before your surgery. I recommend finding it at least a week before your surgery because you might not be able to find it. But yeah, that's that. What I also got at the pre-op appointment were all of my prescriptions. And I have them. Two of these, they are, it is ranitidine, and I don't think I'm pronouncing these right, but oh well, and metoclopramide. And these two reduce nausea after your surgery. I'm pretty sure, because that's what you told me they did. But I have to take these 2 hours before my surgery. There's only one in each. They were only 4 cents each, which is really scary. But other than that, these are the two you have to take before your surgery. Even though it does say on your sheet you are not allowed to eat past midnight the day of your surgery, you still have to take these the day of your surgery with a small sip of water. But those are these. And I also got these two. These are the heavy-duty pills you got to take after your surgery. And this is Cephalexin. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not positive. Basically, what I have to do is I have to take 3 of these twice a day. And these are the these are like an antibacterial drug. They basically just make sure you don't get anything wrong with you. You don't get an infection that could possibly lead to opening of your wounds. But you do have to finish this entire bottle. That is the difference with this one. This one, I had to, since I am 18, I had to show my ID to get this. This is oxycodone. The reason I had to show my ID was because it is very, very addictive. You have to have a prescription to get oxycodone. And I basically just take 1 to 2 tablets every 4 to 6 hours as needed. I do not have to finish this. I got this, I'm pretty sure, when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. I did not use any of them when I got my wisdom teeth taken out. So I have a bunch of these lying around, which probably shouldn't say in a video, but I'm not a drug addict. So these two you take after your surgery with food. Please remember to eat food. Even though you're going to be really groggy the day of your surgery, you have to have food with these. Otherwise, you will throw up. But yeah, that's medications. And it was really weird. I went into CVS because I get my medications from CVS. I was like, yeah, let's have more. And they gave me 4 bags. It was great. And then also at your pre-op appointment, you talk about the day of your surgery and what you're supposed to do and how it's supposed to play out. And I'll talk more about that in my next video, where I will be post-surgery, and I will be talking about everything that happens then. But until then, wish me luck.